All right, now President Cyril Ramaphosa has reportedly locked in consultations to map a way forward. This after a Section 89 Parliamentary Panel found he may have violated the Constitution and broken the law. It's understood the President is weighing his options and what will be in the best interest for the country. Let's discuss this further now with the head of ANC presidency, that's Sibongile Besani. Sibongile, thank you very much for joining us yet again. You were stating there just before we got cut that you cannot necessarily gauge how big of a crisis or how grave the divisions are in the party right now insofar as this report is concerned?
Look, the point I was trying to make is that the report that we have now, among other reports, this report sets out a process, and we've always maintained that we need to follow due process so that everything can be resolved and the laws can be respected, and that's what the president has always maintained. Now, I want to believe that the NEC would not be quite divided on the matter, but without preempting the NEC, I think the fact that we're going to discuss the matter speaks to the fact that the ANC would not just leave everything unattended.
Then let's just perhaps get reaction from you on some of the senior NEC members who've already spoken out calling for the president to step down, the likes of Nkosazana Dlamini-Zuma.
Look, it's unfortunate they are doing that, outside the NEC. I think for us, it is always critical for the National Executive Committee, to give itself space to discuss matters, even to have tough conversations on these kind of pressing matter. And now, our view is that the president, even the NEC, has always said, we have agreed on a process, that everything must wait, must go according to the process that has been agreed upon. Even for instance, with regards to this panel, they've issued a report. They have made findings. They have indicated how the nature of the report, the nature of their findings, what informed that. Now, and they've even outlined the process that should follow thereafter. So it would be unwarranted that people should undermine processes that have been agreed upon. And we all know that this is a process that is anchored on our Constitution. And we also know that it is a process that also has an aspect of ethical leadership. And this is part of accountability that the president has committed himself to.
How long a period should citizens wait to perhaps hear from the president or the African National Congress around this matter, because the country also remains on tenterhooks wanting to know what is the way forward?
Look, we just got the report the day before yesterday, and today we're having a meeting. We think we are, as the NEC, is giving the sense of urgency to the matter, and hopefully the NEC would have concluded its discussion today. It depends how long the discussion takes, but it's a matter of principle. The process of Parliament has got its own time and so on. And the process of the ANC today will provide guidance and give a sense as to how long the matters will be ventilated or the process will unfold. Yeah, I can't give specifically.
Now, Sibongile, earlier on, immediately after the report was released, the president also penned a statement that was then released. He, in that particular statement, basically appreciated the enormity of this moment for the country and even the African National Congress, but went on to vehemently deny any of those allegations, saying he has done nothing wrong in this instance. With the appreciation of the enormity of such a report, or what is happening currently, it's unprecedented, would there honestly be some sort of commitment that beyond that NEC meeting, the country would be told today? I know you're saying you cannot be pinpointed to a time exactly, but with the appreciation that there's 2 days now where South Africans are wondering if the president is staying the president or he's going to leave, with the appreciation of that enormity, could at least there be some indication that maybe today the country will be spoken to?
Well, I think the NEC process, which is that of the ANC, it's a process that sometimes we discuss matters for a long time, but I think at the end of the NEC, the NEC will be able to issue a statement on how it would have resolved. So with regards, currently, actually, we all know that in the absence of the NEC, assuming, let's say, for instance, there's no NEC meeting and nothing, obviously the parliamentary process will also unfold. On Tuesday, we already know that next week there's a process that the matter is presented before the Parliament, the National Assembly. That in itself explains that there is already a process that is underway, and this process has long been agreed upon. It is known. So basically, we want to assure South Africans that in the absence of an NEC of the ANC, there's a parliamentary process that is already underway. So the submission of the report unleashes further process on how the matter should be handled. So we will plead with South Africans to really understand that the process is underway.
Mm-hmm. And then on the political front, there are reports that possibly there is a candidate that is now being sought to perhaps manage the process for the president to step down. Is this in fact the case? Can you confirm that any such process or the trying to identify of a candidate is something that is happening?
No, there's many things in the public discourse, but as far as we know, the NEC has not sat down to discuss the matter, so that matter is not known to us. I cannot confirm that information. We have not discussed that, so I would say no, it's far from the truth.
All right. Sibongile, thank you very much for your time this morning. That was Head of ANC Presidency, Sibongile Besani.